One students, this is Banu Prasad working as assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering in MBA College of Engineering and Technology. Today we will discuss about the laser beam machining process. In laser beam machining process, we will discuss what are the parameters affected on LBM. Next one is what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, what are the applications. So these three topics we can see for today class onwards. Comes to in our previous lecture we will discuss about what is the mechanism of laser beam machining process. Next one is we will discuss what is the metal removal process in LBM1. So these two topics we will discuss for yesterday class 1. Okay, Amma. But today class 1 we will discuss first of all what is the laser beam machining process means. It is one of the thermal removal process, Amma. So the thermal energy provided by a heat source. So by using this heat source, we can melt and vaporize the volume of the metal to the removed one. So this process we can call as the laser beam machining process. So laser beam machining process was one of the thermal metal removal process. ఇక్కడ థర్మల్ మెటల్ అంటే థర్మల్ పవర్ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాం. పవర్ యూజ్ చేసుకుని మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అంటే ఇక్కడ మనం మిషనింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ అనేది చేస్తా ఉంటున్నాం. బేసిక్ గా సోర్స్ వచ్చేసి థర్మల్ అంటే పవర్, డీసీ పవర్ సప్లై ఇస్తాం అనమాట. డీసీ పవర్ సప్లై ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత అది ఏమవుతుందంటే సో హీట్ సోర్స్ కు జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. హీట్ సోర్స్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ లేజర్ లైట్ వన్. బై యూజింగ్ దిస్ లేజర్ లైట్ వన్ we are doing the machining operation one. So this process is called as the laser beam machining process. So working principle ఏంటంటే దీంట్లో మనకి లేజర్ బీమ్ అనేది సో ఏం చేస్తుందంటే చూడడము లేజర్ ఏంటంటే లైట్ ని ఫోకస్ చేస్తుంది. లైట్ ని ఫోకస్ చేసినప్పుడు అవి లెన్స్ ద్వారా మనకి ఏమవుతాయి అంటే వర్క్ పీస్ మీద ప్రొజెక్ట్ అవుతాయి. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది లెన్స్, why we can use the lens means so where we want to machine this part one, the particular spot one, the laser is exactly it will be reflected on the spot ఉన్నాం. సో మనం ఎక్కడైతే స్పాట్ ఉందో అక్కడ మనం మిషనింగ్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాం. లేజర్ లైట్ అనేది ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా అక్కడ ప్రొజెక్ట్ అయ్యి మిషనింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ అనేది జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా. సో దట్స్ వై వీ కెన్ యూజ్ ఇట్ ఫర్ లెన్స్ వన్. సో వెన్ ది లెన్స్ so it reflect the light on the workpiece one, so automatically the workpiece it absorb the heat source one and it increase the temperature one, automatically it convert into the thermal energy of then it remove the metal from the workpiece. So this process is called as the laser beam machining process. So ఎలా అంటే హీట్ సోర్స్ అనేది ఎప్పుడైతే వర్క్ పీస్ సర్ఫేస్ మీద రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వడంలోనే అక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే టెంపరేచర్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇంక్రీజ్ అయ్యి అప్పుడు మనకి థర్మల్ ఎనర్జీ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అయ్యి అప్పుడు మనకి మిషనింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ అనేది జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో ఈ ప్రాసెస్ నే ఉంటారంటే లేజర్ బీమ్ మిషనింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ అంటారు ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ప్రాసెస్ వన్. సో నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ టుడే క్లాస్ we will discuss for so what is the effect of some of the parameters effects of LBM1. So see here some parameters affect on LBM. So in this process we can use the different kind of parameters. So what kind of parameters you can use it for LBM means first of all working material you can use it. First of all working material. Second one is environment also. So you will see some effect on LBM1. Next one is quality of holes one. Next one is laser pulse one. Assistant gas, focusing lens. So these are these terms some of the effects you can see on LBM1 major one. So first of all working material. Working material is very important. Working means so in this LBM process the workpiece is special material. All types of material cannot machined in this process one. Especially some of the workpieces only we can machine it in LBM process. Comes to other thermal energy process one, EDM1, laser beam machining process. Any kind of material you can machine it on EDM1, LBM1. But comes to here LBM laser beam machining process, especially some of the parts only we can machine it in this process one. So see here working material is type. Type is very important. Which type of material we are using? Surface reflectivity is very important. Surface reflectivity is nothing but so when the heat source is touch the workpiece one, automatically it receive the energy one and produce the thermal energy. After then only the machining is completed. The machining process is completed. After then only it start for machining one. So that is one of the very important one, surface reflexivity. Next one is thickness. Thickness of the material also very important. So some LBM process can do low thickness metal, it can be machined. Large thickness metal cannot be machined. So that's why thickness also very important one. So it is the working material affected one. So see, these parameters are very important one. Type, workpiece type is very important one. Surface reflexivity is very important one. Thickness also very important. Next one is environment. So environment is very important. Comes to here. So see, environment is generally we have the two ones. The first one is humidity. Based on the humidity conditions, also we can do for laser beam machining process one. Next one is temperature one. Temperature, it is a high temperature or a low temperature, whatever it may be. Based on the condition one, we can do the machining operation one, LBM. So environment also very important one. The environment is not good one, automatically the production rate is very low. So the environment also, some of the effects we can see on this LBM one. So next one is we can see laser pulse. Laser pulse also very important. So see here, pulse shapes. So automatically in laser beam machining process, first of all, the pulse will be producing them. After that, frequency. Frequency also very important one. How much frequency onwards it will be producing one. Wavelength. Wavelength also very important one. Next one is beam divergent. Beam divergent also very important. Duration one. Energy one. Transfer mode. So these are one of the very important parameters for the laser beam machining process. Laser pulse one. So these are the main parameters. First one is pulse shape one, frequency one, wavelength one, beam divergent one, duration one, energy one, transfer modes. So these are the one of the very important parameters in laser pulse one. So next one is assistant gas. So assistant gas also very important. So here in this one, assistant gas is type one. Pressure, how much pressure we are using one, nozzle design. So through the nozzle onwards, the gas will be releasing one. So this assistant gas also one of the very important in LBM one. So it is also one of the effect for the LBM one. Next one is focusing lens. Focusing lens are very important one. The focusing lens properly not reflect the workpiece one. So automatically the machining is not done in properly one. So the focusing lens are very important. The focusing lens exactly will reflect the heat source one. Automatically the machining will do properly one. So focusing lens are it plays the key role in the LBM one. So length is very important. Focal position also very important one. Length and position. Position is nothing but exact spot on. Exact spot one when the heat source is reflected one. Automatically the machining is completed one. So other spot one, it reflects the focusing lens one, the machining operation is waste one. So that's why the focusing lens also one of the very important parameter in the LBM process one. So these are some of the effects we can see on LBM one. So next one is we can see next one is laser beam selection guide. See here, laser beam selection guide. So based on this operation one, we can choose for laser beam. First of all, see the applications means drilling, cutting, and materials. So drilling one. So some example in drilling one. So we can see the laser type one. Which kind of laser one we can use it in this drilling operation, cutting operation, materials means. So see here. First one is drilling, small holes, 0.25 mm one. So we can use it for laser type is Rabbi, ND class, ND YAG. Next one is large holes. Large holes is how much means 1.52 mm. So we can use it for Rabbi, ND class one, ND YAG one. Large holes, trip paned one. So again, ND YAG CO2 we can use laser type one. Drilling precautions one, precision one, we can use it for Rabbi, ND YAG one. So in this drilling operation, based on the diameter one, so we can choose for this kind of laser glass and type one. This type one we can choose one. Next one is cutting operation one. Cutting one, you can use it for laser type is CO2 plus gas assistant one. You can choose. Next one, thin slitting metals one. Thin slitting metal one. You can choose for ND plus YAG one. Next one is thin slitting plastics one. Thin slitting plastic one, you can choose for CO2 one. Next one is in plastics also, you can choose for CO2 one. So these are the one of the laser types one based on the cutting operation. Thick, thin, thin slitting plastics and plastic one. You can choose for this kind of laser type one. CO2 plus gas assistant thick one. Thin one ND one. So thin slitting plastic one CO2 in plastic one completely we can choose for CO2 one. So next one is we can choose for materials. What kind of materials we are using means so see here in metals one. Some example one. The workpiece material we can use it for metals one. So we can choose for laser type is rugby, ND glass, ND one. So organic and non-metals you can choose for the workpiece one. You can choose for pulsed CO2 one. Next one is ceramics. The workpiece is the ceramics one. So which kind of laser we can use it means so pulsed CO2 and the YAG. So these are the one of the very important laser selection guide. Based on these operations one, we can select for laser this one. So based on the drilling operation, different types of diameters one, we can use it for different types of laser one. In cutting also, based on the cutting one, thin cutting one and plastic one also, plastic cutting also, we can use it for this kind of laser types one. Next one is materials. Some example of the workpiece is a metal one. We can choose for the workpiece is metal one. So you can choose for rugby, ND glass, ND YAG one. You can choose for organic and non-metals one. You can choose for pulsed CO2 one. Some example one in workpiece one, you can choose for ceramics one. So like the laser type, you can choose for pulsed CO2 and YAG one. So these are the laser beam selection. Based on the different types of operation one, you can choose for different types of laser one. It is also one of the very important in laser beam machining process. Next one is advantages. So see here some of the advantages for the laser beam machining process means excellent control of the laser beam one. So it is the one of the excellent control. So controlling is very important when we are doing the machining operation one. Based on the control one, you can do the exact accurate milling operation one. So there is no proper control one. What happens means the accuracy and exactly good surfacing also good surface finishing also we cannot get them. So if the control and proper maintenance work good proper was our controlling is very important one. But in this one laser beam machining process, you can see excellent control in the laser beam one with a suitable motion of system assures an extreme edge quality one. So when we can control, you can see the extreme edge quality, we can see the final output. Laser cut parts have a condition of nearly zero edge deformation or roll off work. Laser cut parts have a condition of nearly zero edge one, zero edge deformation one. So machine should the laser cut parts you can see nearly zero edge deformation one are called as roll off one. So next advantage is it is also faster than the conventional tool making techniques. So it is also faster one compared to conventional one, conventional, non-conventional one. So UCMP is a non-conventional one, MCMT is a conventional one. So it is also faster than the conventional tool making techniques. So next one is laser cutting as highly accuracy. Laser cutting we can see highly accuracy rates over the other methods. So this is one of the accuracy, good accuracy we can see compared to other methods one. So using heat generation as well as the water jet cutting one. So in this process, machine should you can use it for heat generation one. Next one is as well as water jet cutting also you can use it for this laser beam machining process one. So it is quicker turn around for the parts one. It is quicker turn around. So for the in cutting operation one, any kind of operation one, in laser beam machining operation, it's quickly turned one. Some example were so forward and backward. So longitudinal motion one, any kind of motion, it move forward very quickly, very fastly. It can be moved. It can be machined one. So that's why this is one of the very faster one. So a part around for parts regardless of the complexity, because change of the design of the parts can be easily accommodated. Laser cutting also reduce wastage one. One of the benefit for the laser beam machining process is so it reduce the wastage amount. That is one of the very important. Okay, so these are some of the advantages for the laser beam machining process. So excellent control. We can see one in this one. The laser cutting condition is in a machine should very zero edge deformation one, we can see it is also faster than the conventional machining process one. Laser cutting, we can see high accuracy rates, we can see the heat generation purpose we can use it for, as well as water jet cutting also we can use it in the laser beam machining process. It is also one of the quick turnaround for the parts one, and easily accommodation. Laser cutting also reduce the waste one. So these are the one of the advantages for the laser beam machining operation. Next one is disadvantages. The metal being cut gets very hot one. So the metal is cutting very hot. And when the temperature is higher one, off then only it will be cut the workpiece somehow. So the metal being cut gets very hard. సో ఎప్పుడైతే మెటీరియల్ కట్ చేసో అప్పుడు మనకి ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది, చాలా హార్డ్గా అనిపిస్తుంది వర్క్ పీస్. ఎందుకంటే హై హీట్ సోర్స్ అనేది వర్క్ పీస్ లో ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి. సో కటింగ్ జరిగిన తర్వాత మనకి ఎక్కువ టెంపరేచర్ అనేది వర్క్ పీస్ లో ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. సో ఇన్ నారో ఏరియాస్ thermal expansion may be problem one. Some of the narrow areas one, the thermal expansion may be problem in this one. Laser beam machining process. Distortion can be caused by oxygen. So distortion also we can cause it in this one. So because of the oxygen one, which is sometimes used in an assistant gas one. So sometimes in this process we can use it as assistant gas also. We can use it one. Sometimes we cannot use it for assistant gas. That is one of the major default about, because it puts stress into the cutting edge some of the materials one. This is the typical problem in dense pattern of holes one. So see here. So why we can use the assistant gas means, so see here, it puts stress into the cutting edge. So in cutting edge one, it puts the some of the effect amount. So that's why some of the metals it put the some of the effect amount. So that's why we can use it for this gas system. This is typically a problem in the dense pattern of holes. Dense pattern of holes purpose we can use it for this assistant gas. Laser also require high energy, making them costly to run one. Laser require high energy. High energy it will be required one. Why? Because it is a thermal energy. So there is no tool one. Here we cannot use in laser beam machining process. We cannot use the tool here. So that's why directly the thermal energy is directly reflect the workpiece one. So then only high temperature onwards, the machine will be completed. The machining will be started. So that's why high power consumption need for the laser beam machining process. Laser are not very effective on metals. Laser is not effective, so effectively it cannot do the work one, such as aluminum and copper alloys one. Laser not very effective on metals. So some of the metals is not effective one, such as aluminum and copper alloys, due to their ability to reflect light as well as the observed and conduct heat one. So based on this kind of metals, we can see in this type of metals one, we cannot we can see effective of the we cannot see the not very effective working. We cannot see this kind of metals. So ఈ metal use చేస్తే laser beam machining process లో effectiveness అనేది చాలా తక్కువ, high effectiveness అనేది ఉంది. So that's why aluminum and copper and alloys, due to their ability to reflect the light as well as observe and conduct heat one, neither are laser appropriate to use on crystal one, glass and other transportation materials also. Laser appropriate to use on crystals also, so and the glasses also and other transparent metals also can use it for laser beam machining process. So these are the some of the disadvantages. The major disadvantages is these are the one. First of all, after cutting off the workpiece one, we can get the workpiece is very hotter one. So thermal expansion problem we can see in this one. Distortion can be caused by using the oxygen one. That is one of the major default one. So next one is some materials. This is typically a problem in dense pattern of holes one. Some of the machining operation, it is one of the major problem one. So laser also require high energy one. So the laser beam machining process machine should we need the high energy consumption one. Next one is laser are not very effective on some of the metals one. Some of the very effective working we cannot see some of the metals ones, such as aluminum, copper alloys. So these kind of metals we cannot see very effective work for these metals one. So next one is we'll see here laser application. One of the major important one. Heavy manufacturing one, we can use it for seam or spot welding one. the cladding and drilling one. So see here, heavy manufacturing industries, you can use it for laser beam machining process one. Light manufacturing also you can use it for electronics and medicals also. These kind of industries we can use it for laser beam machining process one. Heavy manufacturing one. What kind of operations we are doing means cement spot welding we are doing heavy manufacturing operation one. And cladding and drilling also you can see in this operation one, heavy manufacturing one. So light manufacturing onwards, we can see some of the operations one, engraving one, and drilling one. So in light manufacturing also, these two kind of operations we are doing in the LBM one. Electronics, it comes to electronic industries, we are doing for scheming of circuits and wire stripping also, you can do the operation. Next one is medical one. In medical also, we can use it for laser beam machining process one, cosmetic surgeries, and the hair removal one. So these process, these kind of industries also we can use it for laser beam machining process one. So these are the one of the very important applications for the laser beam machining process. First of all is heavy manufacturing one. Second one is light manufacturing one. Third one is electronics one. Fourth one is medical one. So last but not least one. So see here other applications also. So see here, laser can be used in wide range of manufacturing applications. Metal removal plus drilling plus cutting and pre-panning one. So metal can be removed processed by drilling, cutting, and pre-panning process. We can use it for laser beam machining process. Next one is welding also. Next one is cladding and alloying one. So these kind of operations machines we can use it for laser beam machining process. So next one is driller micro-sized holes also used in laser one. In difficult to plus or minus machine one. So drilling micro-sized holes also by using laser machines, we can drill the micro-sized holes also. So see here in this one. So the metal is the most common dominant application in industry one. So in the micro holes also by using laser beam machining process, we can do the micro holes also. In laser drilling, the laser beam is focused over the desired spot size one for the thin sheets pulse. Laser can be used one. For thicker or once continuous laser may be used also. For thicker one and thinner sheets drilling purpose also we can use it for laser beam machining operation. So it is our today class. Thank you, Amma. So it is one of the important topic in laser beam machining process. So it is our final fourth unit. Okay. So in fourth unit one, majorly we have the two topics. First one is electron beam machining process one. Next one is laser beam machining process. So in electron beam machining, each and every operation is common topics one. What is the laser beam machining process? What is the electron beam machining process? What are the working principle one? So next one is what are the mechanism we are using in the laser beam machining process? What are the metal removal rate in laser beam machining process or electron beam machining process? What are the process parameters? Very important. What are the process parameters in the laser beam machining process? What is the selection guide one? Selection guide also very important one. So what are the applications? What are the disadvantages? Next one is advantages. Next one is limitations and characteristics. And other topics also we will discuss in that one. In electron beam machining process one, it is a laser beam machining process. These are the common topics for the fourth unit one. Then in two topics. Okay, in two topics lower common topics ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. ఏదంటే MRR కామన్ ఉంటుంది, అడ్వాంటేజ్ డిసడ్వాంటేజ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ అండ్ ప్రాసెస్ పారామీటర్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనం దాంట్లో దీంట్లో కామన్ మనం ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్ అడిగినప్పుడు ఈ మెథడ్స్ లో మనం కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళాలన్నమాట. ఓకే అమ్మా. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అవర్ ఫోర్త్ యూనిట్ వన్ కంప్లీట్లీ. సో నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ we will discuss for fifth unit amma. So fifth unit also one of the thermal material removal process amma. So last unit is we have the water jet missions. So that is one of the 16th unit, that is one of the mechanical energy work. In third, fourth, fifth, these three topics are thermal related topics amma, thermal energy topics. In first unit one, so we can see introduction and mechanical one, ultrasonic machining process, that one. So it is one of the mechanical energy. By using mechanical energy we are machining one. And second one unit is the electrochemical machining process one. So it is the electrochemical machining operation. Third, fourth, fifth is thermal related topics one. So it is the fourth unit one. So in fourth unit one, majorly we have only two topics: electron beam machining process, laser beam machining process. Very important, very easy unit. Very easy unit for especially for this overall 6 units one. Next one is 15 unit one. In 15 unit one, we will continue for tomorrow class one. Thank you, Amma. So next class we will discuss the topic work.